Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
All right, everyone, here we are, 31 alert day, about ready to kick in with a winter storm moving into the Tennessee Valley. We do expect accumulating snow and perhaps some ice, particularly in the form of some sleet now is the way that it's looking. Precip will begin as snow, and then we will mix with rain and sleet heading into tomorrow afternoon, and that will tend to limit total accumulations. Travel conditions, though, are likely to deteriorate as we take you through it late tonight and on into tomorrow morning. Maybe a little improvement tomorrow afternoon, particularly if we do get some rain mixing in, but then tomorrow night, when temperatures go below freezing, we're going to have some problems out there. Standing by the forecast here for snowfall. This is the last call that you're going to get from me, and it does look like the higher totals will be found to the north, where we'll keep snow around longer here in areas of southern Middle Tennessee and maybe back into parts of the shoals as well. 3 to 5 inches of snow and some sleet accumulation, a possibility here. You head south of the state line and the totals drop a little bit, but 2 to 4 is possibility from Russellville to Moulton, Decatur, Athens, Huntsville over to Scottsboro, and then generally south of the Tennessee River and near and east of I-65. That's where we'll find the lowest totals, generally 2 inches or less, before we get a transition over to likely some rain, particularly in this area, heading on into tomorrow afternoon, which of course will start to melt away some of that snow. The window of opportunity for this to accumulate will be when it starts overnight tonight and probably only up until around 9, 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, at which point the accumulations will pretty well be over and done with in terms of snow and sleet here around the area. We're still going to watch, though, if temperatures are around 32 degrees, and actually say around, if they are 32 degrees or lower, we would have a problem with some freezing rain, but we're just not seeing a real strong signal that that'll be particularly significant in any one area, but that is something that we will watch. The best chance that we do see perhaps some of that, again, up to the Tennessee River and points southward. But again, still could have some fluctuations in the precip type and the way everything times out. So check back with us. We will be tracking this throughout the day tomorrow with the latest information as it all moves on in. The impacts will remain the same. Travel impacts high part of the day tomorrow, and then especially tomorrow night and into early Saturday morning, icy roadways can be expected. Cold temperatures were barely going to be above the freezing mark for the next couple days. So even on into Saturday, even though the storm will be out of here, may not see a whole lot of melting take place. And we will have to keep an eye again on where we could perhaps see some freezing rain set up. That is where we would have some problems with some power outages. Huge storm, though. Wanted to show you this. These are the winter storm warnings put out by the National Weather Service. They extend from Texas all the way to the Carolinas. More than 1,000 miles covered in winter storm warnings. So this is going to be a far-reaching storm system, not just here in the Tennessee Valley. All right, here's the latest Wave 31 Triple Doppler. Again, none of this is reaching the ground. The air is still very dry. The reading between the temperature and the dew point remains about 20 degrees. So this precip that is being picked up by radar is aloft. It's evaporating before it hits the ground, but it is helping to moisten up the lower atmosphere, and it's only a matter of time before this does start to reach the ground. Let's show you the latest here with future radar. We will take you through the overnight hours into tomorrow morning. Here we are around midnight, still likely dry for most as the cloud cover thickens and the atmosphere moistens. By 3 o'clock in the morning, that's likely when we're going to start to see some snowflakes finally making their way down to the ground. And the latest with future radar says, yes, snow initially. That continues through early in the morning on your Friday. So again, a blanket of snow first. And then here we go. This is where it gets messy. 9 o'clock in the morning, the pink, that's your wintry mix. Already seeing that showing up here near and south of the Tennessee River. This is likely going to be some sleet, maybe some patches of freezing rain within this. The farther north you are, it does remain snow through the mid to late morning hours. We hit lunchtime. Notice that transition to a wintry mix makes it all the way to the Alabama-Tennessee border. And yes, even some rainfall now showing up across portions of northeast Alabama, which will tend to lower the snow accumulation in that area. Some of that tends to melt off. Late in the day, we do drop the temperature of the atmosphere back, so this wraps up as a little light snow, but unlikely to see it heavy enough for any additional significant accumulations before it all kicks out of here heading into tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Here is that day planner. Again, snow early and then transitioning to that wintry mix of some sleet, even some rainfall perhaps. Temperatures will be basically hugging the freezing mark, but in many cases staying just above. So hopefully, at least through the daytime hours tomorrow, may limit overall travel problems. But as we drop below freezing Friday night into Saturday morning, a lot of this is going to ice up on the roadways. We do stay quiet, though, over the weekend. Again, not much melting Saturday, a little bit more on Sunday as we climb into the 40s, but it may be early next week before we see substantial improvements. So we are going to be watching that Monday morning commute time frame. Still the possibility we have a refreeze at that point, but that will be probably it. Much of this will be out of here by Tuesday, Wednesday. We stay cold, but at least no more frozen stuff showing up on the horizon at this point.
Yeah, I think this will be enough for a while for
I
us.
think so. Like I said, this has been a tough one to forecast. I mean, they all are.
Yeah.
But this one, especially with this transition now to a little bit of a wintry mix, has been tough. But I think we will get some snow for those that want to see it.
Yeah, and the kids are going to be so happy about that.
Absolutely.
Jeff, thank you. We'll be right back.